Happiness is a good flow of life. That's a quote from Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. Think about it for a second. What does a good flow of life even mean? For Zeno, happiness wasn't about flashy achievements or avoiding challenges. It was about living in harmony with yourself, your values, and the world around you. And here's the thing. Zeno's wisdom is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. His words have the power to transform how you think, how you act, and how you handle life's ups and downs. So if you're ready for some timeless, actionable insights, stick around. Let's dive into some of Zeno's most transformative quotes. Let's start with a quick introduction to Zeno and why his ideas matter. Zeno of Citium was a Greek philosopher born around 334 BC. He didn't set out to create one of history's most influential schools of thought. He stumbled into philosophy after a shipwreck left him stranded in Athens. With nothing left, Zeno turned to philosophy to rebuild his life. He studied under some of the greatest thinkers of his time, including Crates the Cynic, and eventually developed his own philosophy, Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us how to live with virtue, stay calm in chaos, and focus on what we can control. And while you might recognize names like Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus, it all started with Zeno. What's incredible about Zeno's teachings is how practical they are. His quotes aren't just abstract ideas, they're tools you can use to live a better, more meaningful life. So let's break down some of his most powerful quotes and what they mean for us today. Quote 1, happiness is a good flow of life. Let's start with one of Zeno's most famous quotes. Happiness is a good flow of life. At first glance, this might sound poetic but vague. What exactly is a good flow of life? For Zeno, it wasn't about chasing fleeting pleasures or avoiding pain. Instead, he believed happiness comes from living in harmony with yourself, with others, and with the natural order of the world. Think about it. Have you ever had those moments where everything just clicks, where your actions align perfectly with your values, and you feel a deep sense of purpose? That's the flow Zeno was talking about. But here's the catch. Getting to that flow isn't always easy. It requires self-awareness and discipline. For Zeno, this meant focusing on virtue, things like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. He taught that when you live according to these principles, happiness becomes a natural result, not something you have to chase. Here's a modern example. Imagine you're working on a project you're passionate about. It's not just about meeting deadlines or making money. You care about the impact it has, the value it brings, and how it aligns with your personal mission. In those moments, you're not forcing happiness. It flows naturally because you're living authentically. Zeno's quote reminds us that true happiness isn't found in material success or avoiding challenges. It's found in aligning our actions with our highest values. So the next time you feel stuck or unhappy, ask yourself, am I living in alignment with what truly matters to me? That question alone can be a game changer. Quote 2, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. Now let's dive into another gem from Zeno. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. On the surface, this sounds like a simple reminder to talk less and listen more. But when you dig deeper, it's a lesson in humility, patience, and understanding. Think about it. How often do we listen just to respond, instead of listening to truly understand? Whether it's in a heated argument, a work meeting, or even a casual conversation, we're often so focused on what we want to say next that we miss the bigger picture. Zeno's point here is that listening is a skill and an underrated one. It's through listening that we learn, connect, and grow. When we take the time to really hear what others are saying, we gain new perspectives and build stronger relationships. Here's a modern example. Imagine you're at work, and a colleague is frustrated about a project. Instead of cutting them off or jumping in with your own opinion, what if you took a moment to really listen? Not just to their words, but to their emotions. By doing this, you might uncover a solution you hadn't thought of, or simply show that you care, which can go a long way. Listening isn't just about being polite, it's about being present. And in a world that's constantly shouting for attention, choosing to listen is a powerful way to stand out and show respect. So the next time you're in a conversation, try this. Pause before you speak. Focus entirely on what the other person is saying, and resist the urge to respond right away. You'll be amazed at how much you can learn and how much it transforms your relationships. Quote 3, well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. Let's dive into another timeless insight from Zeno. Well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. This quote is a reminder that the big things we want in life, happiness, health, success, don't come from massive overnight changes. They're built one small action at a time. Think about it. How often do we set huge goals for ourselves, only to get overwhelmed and give up? Maybe you want to get in shape, start a business, or improve your mental health. It's easy to feel like you're failing if you don't see instant results. But Zeno is telling us to focus on the process, not the quick fix. For example, imagine you're trying to improve your fitness. It's not about running a marathon tomorrow. It's about lacing up your shoes today, taking a short walk, and building from there. Those small steps done consistently lead to incredible results over time. This applies to mental well-being too. Maybe you're feeling stressed or anxious. You don't have to meditate for an hour every day to feel better. Start with 1 minute, breathe, reflect, and take it from there. Those small acts of self-care add up. Zeno's wisdom here is powerful because it takes the pressure off. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You just need to take the next small step in the right direction. So the next time you feel stuck or overwhelmed, remember this. Progress doesn't happen in leaps. It happens in tiny, intentional steps. And those steps, they're anything but small when it comes to creating a life of well-being. Zeno of Citium may have lived over 2,000 years ago, but his wisdom is as powerful and practical today as it was back then. From teaching us to find happiness in living in harmony with our values, to reminding us to listen more and speak less, to showing us the importance of small, consistent steps in creating well-being, Zeno's quotes are like a roadmap for living a meaningful life. But here's the thing. Wisdom only works if you put it into action. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one of these quotes and apply it to your life this week. Whether it's focusing on aligning your actions with your values, practicing active listening, or taking a small step toward a big goal, start today. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Which quote spoke to you the most? How do you plan to use it in your life? If you found this video inspiring, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos about Stoicism and living a better life. Thanks for watching, and remember, the path to wisdom begins with a single step, and Zeno would definitely approve of that.